Hello friends, I am your friend Manoj from Paras Adenium. Today we will talk about a plant whose name is Jasmine plant. Today's video is based on Jasmine plant. In this we will tell you how you can plant Jasmine plant at home and how to get beauty in your garden from it. Before starting the video, you are requested that if you like our video then you should subscribe our channel and set the bell icon to also that the notification of our other upcoming videos can reach you first as well as the video. Like and comment and tell us how you liked our video. So let's start the video on the complete introduction and care of Jasmine plant. Some plants are famous for their intoxicating fragrance like jasmine. The small, numerous flowers are often so intense as to fill a room with aroma and can be enjoyed from many yards away in the garden. There are many species and styles of jasmine available, most of which add a pleasant scent to the garden. Uses for jasmine flowers. The fragrance of jasmine flowers is one of the most sought-after fragrances for products such as expensive perfumes and scented teas. Jasminum sambac and grandiflorum are most commonly used in the fragrance industry. These jasmine flowers are usually plucked early in the morning before the buds have fully bloomed, when they have their maximum fragrance. For tea, thousands of jasmine flowers are laid out between alternating layers of tea leaves at night. The jasmine aroma will be at its peak at this time. After 4 hours, the tea will absorb the aroma to enhance the flavor of the tea. In some cases, this process is repeated several times for a more intense flavor. Jasmine overview. Species name Jasmine. Common name Jasmine. Plant type, houseplant, shrub, vine. Light part sun. Height 3 to 8 feet. Width 3 to 15 feet. Flower color pink, white, yellow. Leaf color blue-green. Season features fall bloom, spring bloom, summer bloom, winter bloom. Special features fragrance, good for containers, low maintenance. Zone 10, 6, 7, 8, 9. Propagation layers, seeds, stem cuttings. Problem solver deer resistant, good for privacy, ground cover, slope erosion control. Top scented house plants. Where to plant jasmine? Although all jasmine plants prefer sun, the vine types also benefit from a location that is protected from the wind and has a trellis or fence to climb on. Jasmine is cold hardy in zones 7 to 10 and can sometimes survive in zone 6 with adequate shelter. Invasive plant. Jasmine can grow rapidly and become invasive in hot, tropical areas such as South Florida. Many vining jasmines can establish roots wherever a piece of stem touches the ground, forming dense thickets of leaves. How and when to plant jasmine? Plant jasmine in the garden anytime between early summer and late fall. Jasmine grows in full sun to partial shade areas, but summer blooming varieties do best in a sunny area. Dig a hole slightly larger than the pot the plant is in and amend the soil by adding compost or other organic matter before planting. Jasmine requires well-drained soil. Place the plant in the soil at the same level it was in the pot. If you plan to train jasmine on a fence or trellis, insert a bamboo guide near the plant to guide it in the right direction. Jasmine care tips. Despite vigorous growth habits, jasmine plants are easy to grow in the garden or as houseplants. Lights. Many types of vines will happily climb a trellis or trellis in full sun or partial shade. Flowers best in full sun, with little blooming in shade. Soil and water. Jasmine plants prefer well-drained, fertile garden soil that is consistently moist. If the soil doesn't drain well, add organic matter. Water the jasmine in the garden once a week. Indoor jasmine requires more frequent watering 2 to 3 times a week. Fertilizer. Unless the garden soil is poor, garden jasmine plants do not require much additional fertilizer. However, gardeners can increase flowering by feeding the plants a fertilizer with a high potassium ratio, such as 7:9:5, beginning when new growth appears in late winter or early spring. Many commercial products are available in concentrated form. Mix them with water following product directions and apply at normal watering times. The same fertilizer can also be applied to jasmine grown as houseplants. Sorting out. Bushy varieties of jasmine require regular pruning to maintain the plants. If care is not taken, many types of bushes will grow or become vines. Keep your bushes pruned regularly to keep them from becoming too gangly. Pruning should be done after the major flowering cycle, but the plant can also be lightly pruned throughout the year. To help maintain plant growth, prune plants after a heavy flowering cycle. Potting and repotting jasmine. Jasmine is delightful as a houseplant. It does best with at least 6 hours of strong, indirect light and slightly acidic soil with good drainage. Mix bark or peat into the soil for best results. The tricky part is keeping the plant in an area between 60 degrees Fahrenheit and 75 degrees Fahrenheit around the clock. Jasmine likes to stay rooted, so repot the jasmine into a slightly larger pot every 3 years. Perennial vines that will take your garden to new heights. Pests and problems. Not only gardeners appreciate the charming aroma of jasmine. Although jasmine does not have major problems with insects, it can fall victim to spider mites and aphids, which can be treated with insecticidal soap or neem oil and removing the infected part of the plant. Caterpillars can also cause problems. In that case, an application of a commercial Bacillus thuringi NSIS products can help. How to propagate jasmine? Jasmine can be propagated by seed. The trick is to soak the seeds in moist seed starting mix for 24 hours before planting, cover the pots with plastic and place them in direct sunlight. Jasmine can also be propagated by cuttings in autumn. Take 4 to 6 inch cuttings, remove spent flowers and lower leaves, leaving at least 3 upper leaves on the cutting. Dip the end of the cutting in rooting hormone and plant in moist potting soil. Place a large, clear plastic bag over the pot and place it in bright indirect light. The cuttings should take root in about 4 to 6 weeks. Layering is a mostly hands-on process that works well with jasmine in spring or early summer. When leaving the stem attached to the plant, bend it over the soil near the plant or in the pot next to the plant and push a portion of the stem with the leaves attached into the soil, leaving the end of the stem open. Apply pressure to the soil to strengthen it. Over time, the buried portion of the stem will develop roots and can be removed from the parent plant and transplanted. Types of jasmine. The biggest difference between jasmine varieties is their growth habit. The most famous types are vines, especially Jasmine polyanthum. This jasmine is a wonderful gift in late winter or early spring and can usually be found in flower shops and prepared on a trellis. Shrub jasmines are less invasive than vines but require more maintenance. Jasmine sambac is one of the main varieties. While this species of jasmine is typically marketed as a shrub, it can also be trained as a woody vine due to its loose, spreading habit. Angel wing jasmine. Jasminium nitidum is a great plant for a waterfall along the edge of a container. Angel wing jasmine has fragrant, pinwheel-shaped flowers that range in color from white to deep purple. Zone 10 to 11. Primrose Jasmine. Jasminum misni grows as a vine or bush. Primrose jasmine has unscented lemon yellow flowers in winter and spring and sporadically at other times of the year. Zone 8 to 10. Arabian Jasmine. Jasmine sambac is an evergreen vine that bears fragrant white flowers year-round, although they appear heaviest in summer. This is one of the best jasmine to grow indoors. Zone 10 to 11. Winter Jasmine. Jasminum nudiflorum is the hardest jasmine. It is a shrub with yellow flowers in late winter and early spring. Unlike most jasmines, it is not fragrant. Useful as a hedge, it grows to 10 feet tall and wide. Zone 6 to 9. Jasminum polyanthum. Jasmine polyanthum produces numerous white, fragrant flowers in late winter and early spring. It can climb 10 feet or more in height. Zone 9 to 10. So now you must have understood how jasmine plant is grown at home. If you liked this video, then please share it. Stay connected for information about other such plants. Just keep these few small things in mind. Your plant will always enhance the beauty of your house and will also provide you with beneficial and pure air. This is the end of today's video. Let's meet in another video to talk about the care of another plant. Till then, bye friends. Happy gardening.